So what do we start with? McDonald's?
Wait, we should explain the challenge.
Oh, okay.
first.
All right. Explain it, Haley.
Okay, so today we are going to try different shapes of fries from different places. So we have McDonald's, which is like the OG fry, I feel like. Then we have Chick-fil-A waffle fries. Then we have Arby's curly fries. And we have Taco John's. What do they call those?
Potato Olays.
Potato Olays, kind of like tots, I guess. And then we have, what's the last one?
Runza crinkle fries.
Runza crinkle fries, a Nebraska delicacy.
A timeless tradition.
Potato things.
What are those?
Oh, yeah, potato things.
Yeah, those potato things.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually what they're on the menu is.
Yeah.
Those potato things. Because
we were at Taco John's.
No, it's Taco Inn, isn't
Taco
it?
Inn
Taco
is,
Inn.
is
That's
potato
yeah.
things.
You're like,
But what
"Hey,
are they?
things?"
They're those.
They're the same thing.
Okay.
But they don't have a cute name.
They call them those potato things because when people order them, they say, "I want those potato things."
Okay.
I love Taco Inn.
The Olay was trademarked.
Apparently.
All right. So take your fill of McDonald's
man.
fries.
I don't really want too many of the McDonald's fries.
I absolutely
Already biased.
I am. I have too many McDonald's fries in my life as it is. So.
I think McDonald's has pretty good fries. This is my preconceived notion of McDonald's fries.
I think McDonald's fries for me, I'm looking at them as like the baseline fry.
Right.
Like if we're worse or better, it'll all be against the McDonald's fry.
Right.
Not a big fan of McDonald's, but I would not consider it a baseline fry. I think they're going to be
I can't.
one of my top.
All right.
Not quite as good as I remember.
My fries are sad.
I feel like there's not very much salt on these.
Mine has salt, but they're like not crunchy. They're just like pathetic.
Yeah, they're a bit soggy.
They're a little soggy.
We're doing our best here with our double heat lamp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, once fries go cold, it's just like they're all crap.
I mean, it was what I expected. So,
If this is a baseline, I'm giving it like a 2 out of 5, I think.
Yeah, that's definitely not what I was thinking it was going to be.
All right, Runza next.
Sad.
All right, I'm way more excited for the Runza fries. I haven't been to Runza for a while.
Runza fries
honestly.
are good. That crinkle cut, something about it.
Yep.
Give me one more.
Did we figure out how crinkle cut fries are actually made?
We didn't. We looked up waffle fries, but we didn't look up crinkle cut. So that will be an adventure. Maybe.
There has to be some sort of a tool.
Maybe at the end of this podcast, we'll figure out how to do.
It's called the crinkle cutter.
Honestly, it probably is.
You get the crinkle cut scissors from like Michael's,
that's
and you
the
just
same.
cut the potato.
Like, is that the same thing? Or maybe they use the same tool that like teen girls in the 80s crimped their hair with?
We're gonna crimp
Are we
the
eating
potato.
them now?
Mm-hmm.
It's happening. Ooh,
They're
this is one.
much better.
This is a much more flavorful.
Yeah, these are
fry.
good. Runza for the win.
Runza
So far.
definitely.
We're 2 in, and Runza has 1.
Well,
according to Levi.
not as soggy and much more salt.
A lot more salt and thicker.
Also, at Runza, you can request seasoning salt in the fries, and
Really?
Really?
that's pretty good too.
What's the? Is it like a
It's
spicy seasoning?
Lowry's.
Okay.
Lowry seasoning salt. So it's just like I don't know. It's probably just more salt, but it makes it pretty good.
Speaking
It's
of,
a little too salty for me, I think.
of places that have their own seasoning salts for their fries, Red Robin also has really good
True.
fries.
Oh, I
Those
like
are
Red Robin
good.
fries.
I go just for the fries.
I buy the seasoning, just the seasoning.
Really?
So I season like chicken with it.
I
Really
don't
good.
like going and hearing a bunch of like birthday songs in my face all day, but it's
But
worth it for
it's a
those
fun.
fries.
It's a fun and friendly atmosphere.
They do a lot of birthdays there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
You know
a
the
bunch
best
of
place,
kid
the
birthday-
best place in Lincoln to go on your birthday is Kenja.
What is it?
Is that
Kenja.
that place
It's a
south?
sushi. Yeah, 70th and Pioneers. But you go in there and it's a sushi restaurant. And you're like, oh, this is a nice sushi restaurant. And it's your birthday. The place turns into like Club 54. Like,
Holy
there's,
cow.
For real?
because you don't really pay attention to the ceiling. And there's like disco balls and strobe lights up there. And when it's
Really?
your birthday, all the lights in the place turn off and the disco balls and strobe lights go. It's a party.
I've only seen it from the outside, and it looks like pretty run in the mill, so that's surprising.
Do you get like
and-
a special sushi cake or like a
They-
sushi
Ew.
dessert?
No, they do mochi.
A fish.
Oh, nice. That's really good.
Jay, we're going there next year.
Yeah. Well, you can just tell me
Can I
it's your
just
birthday. That's what
finish
we do
these?
all the time.
I took the
All right, what
scrap.
are
This
we
is
on?
Chick-fil-A, the waffle fry.
The waffle
So,
fry.
can someone say how they are made?
All right, so I watched a YouTube video, and apparently the secret is there's like a slicer for your salads, you know, where you would cut a cucumber, sliding it down the board, so it creates basically the wavy lay pattern. So what you do is after the first cut, you turn the potato 90 degrees and cut it again. So where the waves cross creates the holes and makes the waffle pattern, which is cool.
Genius.
I think these actually taste undercooked.
Yeah, these are
Yeah.
also not so great.
Mm-hmm.
That's sad because I have high hopes for waffle fries.
No, these are
These are,
a weird consistency.
I think they're middle of the run, like between what we've had, like below
Yeah.
Runza, above the McDonald's.
I would agree with that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see
cool.
the biggest one
I think
for last.
McDonald's is even ahead of this.
You got to
Really?
eat these fries like the moment they hand you from the drive-through window. Like if you're not eating them in your car, you're doing it wrong, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And they're really greasy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
those were
super
really
greasy.
More surface area.
I guess the one thing you can say for these waffle fries is at least if they're bad, you aren't stuck eating them for too long because you don't get very many.
Yeah.
That's true.
In
Right.
a tub.
That's
so
Well, you get as many, I would assume.
you get as much potato, but it's not like as many fries. All right,
Man.
curly fries.
I'm
curly
excited
fries.
for curly
I
fries.
like curly fries.
I love me some curly fries.
There's just nothing more satisfying than when you get like the really big curly fry and you're like, whoa.
Right.
Yeah.
Curly
Well,
fries are definitely like the
But what
reason to go to
about when
Arby's.
Runza is famous for this? Like I'll go and order Runza fries, but occasionally there's like an onion ring.
Yeah.
Well, you can get. I would get frings.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
get that. But even if you just order
Yeah.
fries, like occasionally like there's an onion ring. in
Yeah.
it. Like they do it just to be like, next time order frings.
It's like a teaser.
They're like, you know you want frings.
I honestly prefer the shorter curly fries because I think if you get the long stringy one, it's like fun to find, but it's not cooked as well as the shorter ones.
See, I like
Whoop.
the burnt ends.
Yeah, it's like cooking a piece of bacon. Is like if you get the little half piece that's a little bit crispier and almost overdone.
burnt ends are
compared to-
great.
Yeah.
This is like a good sized one. It's like not too curly, not too whatever.
I mean, these are my favorites so far, but I think they sort of have the advantage that they're the only ones that were seasoned with something other than
Yeah.
salt.
Arby's, I don't know what they do to their fries, but they do something yummy.
It tastes like the batter from Long John Silver's.
This one, oh, never mind. I was going to say this one's like a hybrid, but it fell. And they're crunchy.
I don't know. I'm based on today. I think I still might rank Runza's above
I have Runza ahead.
Arby's because Arby's does have better seasoning, but like cooking wise, whoever the fry cook at Runza was on point. I think.
But it all depends on who that fry cook is.
Right.
And not necessarily as much with fries, but especially with rings at Runza. Some days they're like really salty and awesome, and some days it's like they didn't put anything on it and they're terrible.
Well, and maybe that could go into the factor of like judging the fry based on the styles. Like, how easy is it to mess this up? Like,
Right.
what's the margin of error with each style
For
of
sure.
fry?
Like I think undercooking them is more of a point against them than like the McDonald's that was like undersalted, which is like, you know, you can fix the salt yourself.
Right. The Chick-fil-A were definitely undercooked.
Yeah.
All right. The wild card, potato olays. I'm not a tots guy myself. I'm good. I'm only gonna do a
I
few.
love tots.
I'm going to put a few in my pocket for later.
Yeah.
Give me some. Of your,
6-pack and a pound, baby.
give me some of your tots, Ronnie.
I love tater
Your
tots.
own
Sonic
damn
has the
tots.
best tater tots, but they were too
Sonic?
far away to go to.
Sonic does. Have you ever gotten like cheese tots from there?
I've never gotten food at Sonic.
What?
Really?
Sonic is good.
I like
Ew,
Sonic.
these seem really greasy.
the grand
good.
finale.
All right.
All right. These seem sour.
Nah, I'm just not. eating
What
it.
I like to do with this is when I like ketchup, because
Really?
you put a little ketchup on both ends and then you make a little sandwich. You know?
A potato Oreo.
This is literally glistening.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a little too greasy. I don't enjoy them.
If you're going to eat them, that's the way I want them.
Yeah, no.
I haven't had potato Olays in a while. They're not like, I don't know. I'm not as big of a fan of these as like whatever seasoning they're putting on here doesn't quite jive because they've got some sort of whatever the Olay seasoning is.
It's like garlic.
But it's sort of like messes it. Like it would almost be better just plain.
I think the Taco Inn ones are better. They're crispier at Taco Inn.
So someone that doesn't eat tater tots on the regular is eating them plain as acceptable as fries, or do you guys normally dip them in nacho cheese or something?
At Taco Inn, I
go
get the
plain.
cheese. But anywhere else, I just eat them plain.
Gotcha.
Except Sonic, I also get cheese. It's just good.
I like this. I think these are great.
All right, so Drake, start us out with your ranking here.
All right, are we gonna go all 5 or just?
Yeah, rank
my
all
favorite?
5, top
All
to
right.
bottom.
All right, I think bringing up the rear, personal bias is gonna be the tots. I think, like you said, the seasoning was a little weird, and overall they were just really greasy. Like I don't think I'd want to finish an entire order of them. Second to last is I'm gonna put McDonald's actually. There's no wow factor there for McDonald's. I think it's the ones we tested today were not particularly great, and they were a little underseasoned. Third place, I'm going to put the waffle fry. Like Ronnie said, they were a little undercooked. It seemed like they were undercooked in the middle. Like the edges were crispy on some of them, but the middle was a weird texture. But they were seasoned better than the McDonald's ones. They had a little more salt. Second, I'm going to put Arby's. I like them. Second for Arby's should have a little asterisk on it because I think the seasoning was a factor that none of the others had that boosted them farther than maybe they should be. And I think Runza number 1, just good quality fry, good quality seasoning. So that's my top 5.
Excellent. Well, I'll start out. I'll also say that Runza wins mine. I think that they had the best cooked one. And I don't know, based on most of the times that I've gone to Runza, you can get a soggy Runza fry, but I don't know, maybe it's one that like allows for a little bit of room for error. But today those were good. But I also say that if you go to Runza, get frings, and then you get best of both worlds with the onion rings and fries. Second, below Runza, I would have to put Arby's as well, same as you, because the seasoning does bring them up a bit, and they were cooked pretty well. It all depends on kind of like which pieces you grab. Third for me, I think that's a tough one because I think I'm going to put Chick-fil-A. The waffle fries were okay, but they definitely weren't cooked very well. And if you could, I don't know, with how automated ordering systems are getting now, maybe in the future they will have like a place where you can request how done your fries are. And I would always point mine to the crispier end.
Do you think that machine could rise up and kill humanity? This is the tangent we always ask Levi when he brings up some kind of technological marvel.
If, this would be a machine that works with man instead of against man. This is making our life better and more enjoyable. So this machine in particular would be on Team Human.
All right.
But they did need to be crispier. Then fourth, Taco John's. Disappointed. I love tater tots. These potato olays were not that well done. They just needed some help. And they're still in my throat. And then McDonald's last place, disappointment, full disappointment. I kind of went in this thinking that McDonald's was going to win, and they sure did not. They didn't cook them well. They didn't season them well. They were just soggy things.
That'll be on McDonald's menu next time.
Well,
They'll be give me some of those soggy things.
Well, I also was expecting McDonald's to run away with it. I think a lot of these were undercooked. I don't know if it was undercooked or just the fact that I don't know how long they were
They've only been here about 5-10 minutes. Like these are about as fresh as you could.
Because
get
with the exception of the Runza fries, they all were pretty gross. I mean, like just the texture. I mean, it was just
Maybe this
soggy.
is just a commentary on the current fast food industry.
Yeah, maybe, Friday, everyone's like, treat yourself. I'm going to get fast food for lunch. And they had a lunch rush.
Yeah, I remember McDonald's fry. I haven't had a McDonald's fry in a long time, but I just seem to remember childhood memories of crunchy, salty yumminess.
Rose tinted glasses.
And they were not crunchy and they were not salty.
They were sad.
So, with that being said, though, they were not the worst on the list. Worst on my list, I would definitely say they were the Chick-fil-A, the waffle fries.
Wow.
I think they would be better, though, because you guys were talking about seasonings and how that wasn't fair. But I think that actually is fair, because if that's their thing, that's their thing. So I know Chick-fil-A also has, like, dipping sauces and stuff. So to give them the benefit of the doubt, maybe we should have had a dipping sauce to go with it. But it's neither here nor there. We didn't have the dipping sauce, so they were gross. So they were number 5. My number 4 is going to be tough, but I'm going to probably say it was, based on today's experience, would be the McDonald's fry. Soggy, not salty, not at all the way I remembered. Number 3, I would go with the Arby fry. I like the seasoning. They were also a little soggier than I normally have. I would have liked them a little crispier. So I think they all could have been better being cooked a little bit longer.
I think Levi hit it on the head in his list. Is Arby's is more what piece you get. Just the size of the fry changes what the curly fry
the
does.
small little pieces even today were awesome. Bigger pieces, soggy. The potato allays, I like them a lot. I like the seasoning they use. I do like them a little more plain, though. Like the seasoning's a little much on there, but I haven't met a Todd I didn't like. So, and then, of course, the Runzas were, for this day, they were perfect. Great, not soggy, perfect salt. Yeah, they win. Runza, good job.
Good job, Runza. And is Runza the only, like, local-ish place?
Runza
The rest are all, like, national
Is Taco
chains.
John's regional?
I think Taco John's is kind of like Midwest
Regional?
based.
Okay.
Like they might be based out of Minnesota or something like that. But they have a larger territory than
Okay.
Runza does.
Okay.
So I guess we'll put that in the
And
description for this podcast.
Taco Inn also.
Taco Inn is only in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll put that in the
Lincoln.
podcast description, though, is that we may be biased towards Runza as Nebraska locals. So.
True.
Today,
we were born
I
and
went
bred
into
on
this.
these.
I'm not biased towards Runza. They definitely had the best fries.
No,
today.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying we got to own it ahead of time before people accuse us.
We're not getting.
So-
We're not in the pocket of Big Runza.
Big
However, if they do want to sponsor our future podcast, we'd be glad to judge some Runzas.
If they want to send us some free Runza socks.
I was just going to say,
I will
I want
take
those
those.
socks.
Those
They're
socks
Yeah.
cute.
They are.
Or bring back the Scary Bunny commercial. Because
No.
I think
What was the Scary Bunny commercial?
oh, did we not show you? Okay, we have something to do after the podcast.
Yay, I want to see
It's not
it.
great.
Anyway, continue with your list.
Okay. So I'm going to start from worst to best. Worst, Taco John's, which is sad because I love tots. Like I'm like Napoleon Dynamite, like straight up, put them in your pocket, save them for a rainy day. These were just like greasy and gross and not fun. Not a fan. Fourth one, McDonald's, which I also thought they were going to do better, but they were soggy and sad. I feel like a lot of them were just soggy and sad and greasy and kind of cold, and you're just like, ugh, no thanks. That wasn't super surprising to me. I was kind of expecting McDonald's to not do awesome compared to the other ones. Third, Chick-fil-A waffle fries, which is weird because I'm actually a big I'm a waffle fry supporter. I since Chick-fil-A moved right over across the street, I've been eating way more waffle fries than a human should probably, like, in life. But they were, kind of like what you said, they were not consistently cooked. They were kind of boring, kind of bland. I don't know. So second, this whole time I've been trying to decide if Arby's should win or if Runza should win. And they both have their pros and cons, but I'm going to say Arby's is going to be in second place also because they have really good seasoning and curly fries are really fun and I like eating them. But they're not as consistent as Runza fries. Like, I feel like Arby's is like hit or miss, and sometimes they're like, oh, it's curly fries, and then you get it and it's like none of them are curly, and then you're just sad and you're like, well, this wasn't how I imagined my Saturday night going with curly-less fries from Arby's. But the Runza fries, I feel like, are pretty consistent. They're that crinkle cut, so you get like a thicker fry compared to McDonald's. And they're seasoned well. They're good.
I wonder if Arby's could market like one big curly fry. Like you don't get a whole thing, but you get like one just huge curly fry. That's
That'd be fun.
I would totally pay money for that. That is in my market.
Do it, Arby's.
Do it.
Were these all like the same size?
Mm-hmm.
So
Large.
These are all large.
You get a lot
Pricing.
for Taco John's. It seems like you get a big old.
Well, that's what I was going to say too. That's another factor to factor in this. But I know this was just a taste test.
Yeah, McDonald's is bigger. Runs is almost the smallest that you get.
Yeah.
But maybe they make up for it in quality, I guess.
I still think quantity-wise, you're probably getting less of the waffle fries just because they don't fit in the container as well.
Which were the least greasy?
Least greasy.
Probably Runza.
I think Runza.
Yeah.
Based on what I'm looking at the packaging right now, though, it
Hold
looks
up
like
the.
Taco
We need
John's.
to look through the. But
Or
the
the
Taco
Chick-fil-A.
John's. I think the Taco John's just have a thicker tub because they know that they're super greasy.
Yeah.
It is
because
weird
they were
seeing
really
the
greasy.
I
grease.
mean, we saw that bag, which I don't think was all water.
Right.
So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So one thing me and Levi were talking about in the drive-thru while we were picking up the McDonald's fries is which of the fries do you think is made of, like, this morning it was a potato versus like there's a high chance that like McDonald's was turned into like a potato paste and then molded into fries later.
Well, I don't think
and, like,
any of these were a potato today.
I don't think any of them were a potato
Well,
this morning.
you know what I mean. It's like they went straight from potato to fry, and they weren't like put through like
What percentage
Runza.
potato?
Yeah.
I think Runza.
I think
And probably Chick-fil-A.
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 You can still see the skin of the potato
Yeah.
on Chick-fil-A, but I think McDonald's probably has never been a potato for a long time.
To get
It
all
may have
the
never been a potato.
to get all the potato olays and or any tater tots exactly the same, there's got to be a process where it sort of molds
Yeah.
and shapes that potato,
Right.
Yeah.
and it maybe has some additives.
I want to see what
Probably,
the
most
liquid
likely.
potato goo looks
Ew.
like.
I bet there's a how it's made on that.
Guarantee it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see it.
No.
Potato soup is good though.
That's true.
Yeah.